Alright, so here's Cameron Thompson. He said he's a high schooler. Pretty windy. A little grainy video, Cameron. Come on, what kind of video is this? Pretty grainy. Watch this again. I don't mind this throw, man. I think this throw's pretty good. You're a little close here for the video. I would go back up like 5-10 feet and go to your left. I don't really know why you're starting here. I'm assuming you had a problem. I'm trying to think. I did this once in high school for some dumb reason. And I forget what it was. It was like getting around the left was a struggle. I don't really like starting like that out of the back. I think your left should be up against the lip. And then you'll get a little more right leg drive. And, well, you'll get a lot more left side, too. So I would start by fixing that. I just don't really like that. I think you can use the whole circle here. Because then what happens is that your right actually shortens up. You don't rotate your right as much here. If your left was in the back, your right would be forced to come around that left a little more. But now because your left is right here, your right doesn't have to travel as far. I don't mind the pickup time. I think you could be a little more active with keeping your left or your right shoulder back a little more. You know, you get over the left here pretty well, but again, I think you got to move that left back. Your right foot catches up a little late. Could hurt, but even here you're sort of. I'd like that discus back a little more. Good left foot height. Like you're staying, you're not letting that creep over the knee. That's staying low. Now here's where I think here you're leaning a bit too much on an angle. You know, I like a forward chest lean, but I want that right leg down sooner. And you've got a good lean, but then I actually think that you lean so much right here, so you're leaning back towards 12 o'clock, that your left hangs and it comes down really tight. You know, you've got you're missing in there in the second arrow, you're missing like 5 or 6 inches that, you know, you could get to the front. And that lean floats your left leg, so if I count when your left heel is grounded is where you're catching the disc. That's where your heel's grounded, and that discus is, you know, I want that discus way back over here. So keep those, don't lean as much in this position. I'm going to open up a can of worms here, but it also has to do with your left knee. Cameron, what I'm going to tell you after watching this is that you move really well, but you got a bunch of things that you can fix. But you're going to throw far. This left knee, see how it's too much up that left sector line. I would prefer that left knee stays facing up the right sector line, and your right has to come around it. But again, it comes back to where that foot placement is. Get the left down a little faster. And then here, you know, your hips are all facing this way because you're not down on a flat left foot. Keep that, you can really see it here. You're sort of like submarine throwing everything this way. Stay on this left foot and rotate longer past the left side. You know, get more rotation on the finish. and you get more rotation, you're going to add some serious distance. But yeah, you move well. Dude, you know how to move well with a disc. I don't really like this 12 o'clock start position. I don't know why you're doing that. I don't like that foot. I'm not a fan of that because there's not as much travel from the legs to increase rotational force. And then there's a little too much lean caused by this left knee running up the left sector. I'd prefer it staying here, and that's going to force your right side to rotate around more. Left leg needs to get down sooner and a little more towards the toe, towards the front of the circle. And then finish. Stay on that left and keep rotating longer. But you move well, dude. You're going to throw far. It's just you got to clean up some stuff.